Hi, guys. This is Expand Your Mind, Heartfelt Inspiration. And I want to apologize beforehand if you hear anything um, in the background. My nephew's here. And yeah. So today I wanted to speak about courage and how, it takes courage to put yourself out there. It takes courage to face your fears. And it's a very big part in a necessity, to be honest. I always had an easier time speaking up for others as opposed to myself. For some reason, I don't know why. It was just if I would see an injustice, I would look and see no one would speak, I'd be the one to be advocating for that individual or everything like that. But when it came to me, I found it more difficult. And for a very long time, I would let things slide, and then I realized, wait, I'm trying to keep the peace out of fear of an altercation. And that's another thing. You can't let fear get a grasp on you. You have to put put yourself out there, face those fears. Me doing this is facing a fear. I know one of the big ways I started to kind of just put myself out there because I was tired of living what I would call a lie. Like I was afraid of being my true self for such a long time based on how I was raised. Um, the way I was raised, it was always don't do this because so and so's gonna say that, or don't do this because da da da. Like it was always what the next person will perceive as opposed to how I felt and what I truly wanted for me. Um, I got tired of living in my mind. I got tired of having this whole world in my head and not being able to express the way I truly felt in the exterior. So when the pandemic happened, I started a TikTok just through guidance. The divine kind of led me to do that, just to kind of help me start to put myself out there, just show myself to the world and not who others perceive me to be. So another thing that I have been doing to kind of build the courage and to help myself along this journey of being in my true identity is I do my singing. I have a singing app that I use to kind of help me build my courage. Before that, I would use TikTok. Like I used it for everything. I want to be silly. Hey, you gonna see me be silly? I want to speak. I'm gonna speak. I want to do voiceovers and just kind of act out, do like an acting scene or whatever. I would do that too. Like just whatever I feel within myself, that's what I would utilize these as tools. Because in the presence of the person, I'm still building my confidence. Like if someone tells me to sing on the spot, I kind of freeze up a little bit still. So, like these are things I'm still working on, but it's so much easier for me to just record and post as opposed to before when I didn't do anything at all. Like I would just freeze up. Speaking on behalf of myself for injustices, um, I started advocating for myself, not just others. And it felt uncomfortable at first, but I also felt better afterwards because I didn't have it circling in my mind or in my heart like, well, I should have said this or I could have said that. At first, I wasn't so good at it because I was in a fight or flight type of mode, and I wasn't expressing the best way with certain individuals. So knowing when to speak up and knowing when to stop, but at the end of the day, advocating for yourself and not just yourself. Like I said, if you see an injustice happening, help. Don't pull out your phone and record. That irks me, to be quite frank with you. It irks me to see. You see someone is having such a hard time with whatever may be the situation, yet you the first thing that you do is get a phone and record? What happened to helping each other? What happened to helping humanity? Like that's the thing that um I will advocate for the most. Like we need to help each other at the end of the day. And if you're going to do something for somebody, don't do it with ulterior motives. Don't have that over their head. Because at the end of the day, that means you didn't do it genuinely. You didn't do it genuinely. And we're not perfect, right? But here's the thing, if you do something that is not aligned with who you truly are, you will know it instantly. Because when I was real young and I fed into peer pressure, instantly I would know if something was against me and who I truly am, because I would feel like a piece of me kind of left. It would be like I was chipping away at my soul and not being true to who I am. Don't worry about other people's perceptions of you, like I have said before, because they're going to talk regardless. They're going to talk no matter what you do at the end of the day. But are you happy with yourself? When you look in the mirror, are you proud of the person that you are? Because that's the most important thing. And yes, I know we go through things. I've gone through many things, as I've stated. But the key is having resilience. Don't let that turn you into something that you're not. Because I also know that from experience. There was a time when I was mad at the world. I had a frown all the time. Nobody could tell me nothing. I didn't care. Oh, you gonna do this to me? I'm gonna do it back. I'm gonna do it to you before you do it to me. Type of mentality. That tit for tat type of mentality. But you know what that does? It keeps you in a low vibrational state, and it does not let you ascend to the next level of who you truly are and who you can become. So have courage, have resilience, be brave, love yourself, and love others. Don't judge people based on what they have and what they don't have. At the end of the day, that's not what matters. Yeah, I like to make myself, look good and feel good or whatever, but I also have insecurities that I work diligently on overcoming, and I try my best to exude as much confidence as possible to shine light on that. That's what matters. How you look shouldn't matter. Make yourself feel good from the inside, and it will exude into the outside, into the exterior. You know what I mean? So, like I said before, most of these things I know from experience. Been there, done that. If I haven't been there and done that, I've been there and experienced it or witnessed it. So, before we go into 2025, make a vow to yourself. Write out some goals for yourself. Who do you, where are you now and where do you want to be? What do you truly want to achieve? Are you confident in who you are as a person? Do you feel proud of yourself when you look in the mirror? Because if you don't, then there's correction to be made. And as long as we're alive, we're always learning, we're always evolving. And the key is to keep thriving no matter the obstacle. We can never give up. All right? Have a blessed and wonderful weekend.